What is up, my peepholes? This is your guy, Cly, and welcome to a little bit of an update video. I'm not really going to have a proper video up this week, mainly due to the fact that I had to cancel Tech Tuesday, which I think this is the first time I'm actually mentioning it in a video, but I've been trying to make a new tech-related video every Tuesday, and they've been doing okay. But I've had to cancel that thanks to getting sick earlier this week, and then having a cacophony of chainsaws because they only finished taking out the trees across the street yesterday. So I've been putting up with that for about 2 weeks now. It's been lovely. And I also really don't have much else to show you. I don't want to do a tech-related video today because that would just throw off Tech Tuesday. And while I do have new thrifted items to show you, they're board game related. And I learned last week, and honestly the last few times I've posted board games, they don't do well on my channel. Which is sad because I've been finding a lot of weird and obscure RPG books for $3 or less. But you folks don't want to see that. That's fine. I know I kind of started as a channel based around that, and things kind of switched to DIYs, and I need to follow the views. So instead of giving up on this content, what I'm doing, the whole point of this update really, is to tell you I'm starting a podcast. I am making a podcast dedicated to indulging in geeky hobbies on the cheap, with stuff ranging from finding games in thrift stores or clearance aisles to checking out free RPGs online, print-to-play board games, all stuff like that. I really don't have too much of a vision yet, but I'm starting to gain focus. I'm thinking of calling it Thrifter's Guide to Geekery, though I'm also kind of leaning towards Too Cheaply Geek, you know, kind of like Too Boldly Go. So trying to get that in order, trying to figure out what I'm calling it, get some art ready for it. I'm thinking something similar to the icon that I use for YouTube, except better. I really need to redo the ones for YouTube too, or commission somebody. So there's that. A secondary reason, actually, for why I'm really starting to lean towards the podcast, well, don't worry, I'm not leaving YouTube, but there's currently Adpocalypse 2.0 going on right now, where a lot of the channels that I watch, and a lot of channels in general, are starting to get their videos demonetized, even though they're family-friendly channels. Not a single swear word, not a controversial video among them. Well, okay, there are some that I watch that have plenty of that stuff. I'm not a complete prude, but the ones in particular that are disheartening to have that happen to don't swear, don't have any controversial topics in their videos, but they're getting screwed over. A new bot has been rolled out by YouTube from what I've been hearing, and it's just really messing things up. Even worse is I'm hearing reports of you need to have X number of views during your first week of a video in order for them to even acknowledge your complaint and then try to re-review the video. So there's that. I believe it is 1,000 right now, though I've heard people talking about it being 10,000. That might have been something that changed. They might be opening it up to everyone eventually because this is just a huge cluster. But yeah, that kind of thing is less likely in a podcast because you're not really doing an ad share with most services. In fact, you're securing your own sponsors or going heavier with Patreon and keeping the money, minus what you're paying for hosting and things of that nature. So yeah. Oh, and it doesn't hurt that I have about $750 worth of audio gear that I can use to make the podcast that I got for around 40 bucks total. I like thrifting. So that was really the purpose of this video. I do have one more thing to say, specifically about the cover of this book. It is a relatively unknown, kind of obscure RPG based on the D20 system. And let's see if it translates into this right here. Oh, let me go ahead and just turn on the overhead light. There we go. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know if it's visible here, but in real life, it's kind of blurry. Needs more JPEG. I don't know if they've lost enough pixels in shrinking it, though it does apparently get the kitty rub of approval. In fact, every bit of art on this cover, if you're holding it in your hand, has the not quite the right resolution and they didn't do it properly look. Still, weird obscure RPGs, a weakness of mine. That's all I've really got to say. So look forward to a podcast of unknown name coming in the near future, hopefully way before November, because there's something very specific I have planned for that. And until next time, this is your guy Cly, signing off.